Hello everybody, Jeffrey here. Welcome to Whiskey by the Goban. We do have a game, I believe. And we are playing our standard 3-4 openings. He's played a 4-4. And another 4-4. He's a 12Q. Okay, if he approaches there, we're going to go this way. So we're going to approach from here. We will slide into the corner. Oh, okay. So he's going to approach me. I will step back to connect to my first stone. And then I will make a one space extension on the side. Okay, so he's going to do that. Now, I will approach this corner. Okay, so he's going to kick me. I'll stand. And I will go low here. Okay, so I think that's a little premature, but we'll see. We don't want him to try to connect over to the side. Okay, we will play low. Just play there. Okay, so let's look at today. Oops, wrong photo, sorry. Yeah, this is one we've got Heaven's Door, Ascension, Eagle Rare 10-year, and Russell's Reserve 10-year. Okay, so we will I think we will come out here. Go with the Heaven's Door first. Oops. There we go. Okay. Guess I don't mind being stronger there. Okay, we will do a double pincer. for we are playing fast. It's not a good sign. Okay, we'll take that corner. Okay, what we want to do. Okay, so we don't really care about that. What we want to do is we want to threaten. Let's come out here first. And we'll cut that. Come out here. Come out here. And shall we go there? Yeah, let's just go there. Let's go there. Okay, back to the Heaven's Door. Okay, this is very nice. playing very, very fast. Okay, now he's going to have to come after my group. Okay. He's going to have to get 2 eyes down here. But I don't know how he's going to do it. And we're going to be on one of these. Okay. Guess we want to do this. We want to not take that. So we've got one eye there. We've got one eye here. We've got another eye in the corner. Okay. We need to switch to the eagle rare. Let's force that. And come out here. We don't need to do a two-step, so there's no point. Just make sure he doesn't have a eye over there, so he's got no eyes for that group. Okay, eagle rare. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. Oh, we're just playing with him now. That's a little sharper. Let's check that. 15% rye, 75 corn, 15% rye. We might just be throwing stones away here, but maybe not. Oh, I didn't want to go that way. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. Maybe it's okay.
Game paused.
Maybe it's okay. Okay, game paused. So maybe it means he needs to go to the toilet or something.
Game resumed.
Oh, we're back. Okay, now this group is cut off. Do we care about that? I don't think so. Oh, let's remember to do that. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll connect now. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to let him just go ahead and save that group. Make sure we're live down here. that doesn't make any difference. Okay, now he's back to having to get 2 eyes for this group.
You have won.
Ah. We won by resignation. Oh, that's too bad. I don't know why he went up there to the top. Estimated score, 116-point win. What if we... Oh, said this was alive. Okay. Well, that's the problem with someone. When you play someone who plays fast, is it doesn't give you time to drink your whiskeys. Yeah, playing fast is a way to entice your opponent to play faster, which means that they will play more sloppily, but you're doing it at the expense of you also playing sloppily. So I don't see that there's a net benefit there. I guess we could go back. Let's take a look at this. Now this was definitely too premature, much too early. Why? You're supposed to be able to fend off an attack in free space if someone's hits your middle point. If he goes up there, you go down here. And you should be fine with that group. So doing that is, until you've got some other stones on the board to support breaking my 3 stones apart, there's no point in doing that. I don't know. What is the purpose of a peep here? To make me stronger? So I'm giving him a lot on the outside here. And he's got a lot on the, what's this, the right side? I wonder what the potential is here. Yeah, white is ahead by 2.8. Well, it's definitely showing that I've got a very secure upper left corner. And let's look at the Russell 10. Russell 10 is 90 proof, 75 corn, 12 or 13 rye, and 12 malted barley. It's a wild turkey, part of the wild turkey group. And it does have a number 4 char on the barrels. So my question would be, why doesn't he just try to do something about, I've only got the smalls area out. He could push here. For example, if I were to do something like that. And I don't know, anything. Anything over here. Even just go there. I don't know. Okay, taking the corner there was sort of a saving grace for me, because it gave me plenty of eyes in the corner to keep the stick alive no matter what. Now, as a beginner player, when I played this stone, there's no reason not to do that. Because that solidifies this whole corner. Now, if you're more advanced, of course, you can do more stuff. You know what you're doing. But is he 12Q? 12Q. You just don't know enough. So I peeped there because that would cut off his stones. And I just come back and connect because my intention is to jump out here. I don't want him developing that center influence into territory. So I want to jump out into this area. I'm sort of conceding that he's going to get all of this as points. Now he's already into the top area. So keep this connected to the center. And everything's gravy. Russell's 12. Or Russell's 10. So over here, I'm just trying to come out again to keep him from using his influence. So I've got him shut down over here. I'm trying to get him shut down over here. Now if he cuts me, I just tutty him to death over there. Now I want to worry his group over here, that separation. Now, he played this without any support. Well, I've got some support to jump back to, So now my eye is on making this a false, or my goal. I've got my eyes on making this a false eye. Okay. So I'm going to take that away from him. Boom. Make that a false eye. Now, if the stone can escape without him escaping, then this group is in trouble because he just doesn't have space down here to make eyes. Yeah, there's no point in taking that stone. Yeah. In fact, there's no point in doing this. You know, you want to get out with this group. You know, if I go here, that's fine. Let's continue. You can save that stone at any time, right? But I also want to be secure. So I'm going to want to come out. And then you can, you know, come over here. Yeah, that's Russell's 10. It's very nice. Very smooth. So I'm finding that, you know, from research rather than from smell or taste, that a lot of this stuff is getting them their complexity from aging in other kinds of barrels. Okay, now your bourbon, for the most part, is American oak, you know, by law to be bourbon. Now I do have some bourbon that have been followed up in other kinds of casks, but almost, I mean, Irish whiskey, sherry casks, American bourbon or American oak in sherry casks, plus maybe something else. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so there's no reason, there's no reason to connect that, to save that Atati. There's no reason. Let's come out here. You know, I'm protecting my cutting point. Now he can't go here because I've got that. Something like that. So, you know, these are not helping him at all. And that's not going to help him. Keep it contained. Okay, now here, you know, I don't have to worry about these stones because they're connected here, and this is connected to this. And I've got a lot of stones over here to run to. So I want to keep this group contained, which means jumping out from here. Yeah. Maybe there. But that's not going to work. I just cut him off. Yeah. So now here, I'm not worried about him pushing through here, but I need to, if he plays in this spot, I need to be able to take that stone. So I can't let him play there. I can't have that group getting cut off. Now he's going to cut it off there. And I looked at doing an atari on that, but it's not necessary, right? What'd I do? Atari the stone, yeah. Okay. Now he can't play here because that puts him in atari. So he can't do that. So this connection is solid even if when he plays here and there. So what he does, I connect. He does that. I take it back because 2 stones exchange for 1 stone, and he doesn't have an eye. Tries to push through, but that's not going to do anything because this stone can't go anywhere. He's got 3. 1, 2, 3 liberties. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or more. So now, why would you give me an eye? But what are you going to do? You know? You didn't try to escape when you don't have room for 2 eyes. That just gives me an eye. Now, I did think about going here. I guess that would have been fine. But letting him add more stones. Yeah, I think he was hoping I would go like this. But why would you do that? You know, there you've got an eye with a captured stone. And you've got an eye here. So attacking this group is sort of pointless. Okay, so now I've got to get this group secure. So jump out. Still trying to trip me up, you know, playing fast. Now, when he plays a stone and I play a stone, that's net 0 in terms of the score. So he's not losing anything by trying to trip me up. But it often puts you at more of a disadvantage. It's better to just go on to something else. For example, here, he's in atari. He put himself into atari. And that doesn't help his case. You know, if I push again, he loses that group. So now, of course, you don't play here, you play here. Because he can't play there, because that would put him into a toddy. Now here we connect. Now those 3 stones are dead, no matter what he does. Yeah, I was just playing around with him, telling him he doesn't have any eyes up there at all. So, what else happens? Okay, so then he goes after this stone, because if he can get all of this, that might compensate for that, I guess. But that's an awful lot of dead stones. Okay, yeah, this is I think you just need it to protect that side. Keep as much of this as for points as you can. Of course, I guess he's worried about this. But it's got no way to escape. Yeah. Right here again, trying to envelop this group left him cutting points. We don't want to snap back. Yeah, that wouldn't have been very much fun. So you got to see what's coming up and then protect against it. Okay, so he saves himself in the corner. Okay, now this is technically a little bit foolish. Russell's is nice. So where am I running away to? I think it's alive, isn't it? Maybe not. Yeah, that wouldn't be alive. Let's just guess he's got to go one more time. Yeah, that was a mistake. I meant to go here. making nice down here for that group. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for us today. Too much rambling. Hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, this is going to raise my rank, which means I'm going to have to think a little bit more. I don't like to think when I'm playing Go. That's why I like teaching. Especially if I'm going to be drinking whiskey and trying to think about whiskey. It's tough for old people to do two things at once. But anyways, see what happens. See ya.